I want to talk about going back to streaming services and the CW because what's happening now is they have a new lead in charge of CW. So this new girl's coming in, Heather Olander. She's going to be taking over as the lead of all their programming and especially the reality-based stuff. So the head of unscripted programming is her main focus. And she worked before with multiple companies like USA before. She worked for Sci-Fi. She's helped them build them. She helped with Peacock back in 2019. She's helped build all these companies up for their actual reality show based shows. So now she's saying, okay, I'm coming over here. I'm going to help out the CW. And they want to do, and this is also because of the writer's strike. This is something that's going down because of the writer's strike. They're getting worried. So more and more programmers are going to start leaning into the reality based stuff. That's just what it is. I honestly thought CW was CW is still there, Rachel. CW is still going. And of course, they have a lot of DC stuff still. And that's kind of trickling away now. I was talking about The Flash is going down. Their last season is happening this year, debuting in February too. But they're going to try to start to change their programming. This leads into DC is trying to take away a lot of this programming from them. They really don't want to have it streaming there anymore. A lot of it's been going over to HBO Max, which will eventually be Max, as you see with Harley Quinn's over there. You see Superman and Lois is over there. You see Stargirl's over there. They've been kind of moving their stuff over there already, and that's going to be the trend. I bet you'll find all those CW programs over on HBO Max eventually, or Max when it actually changes over with their whole rebranding. So they're saying they brought this girl in because they're planning on this happening. They're planning on making a shift. They want 50% of their programming to be reality based. And here's what Olander had to say about all this. She said, I'm looking forward to developing a fresh slate of non-scripted programming and collaborating with non-scripted producers on new innovative and creative content that can break through and resonate with viewers. So that's her plan. She's trying to do, which makes sense. If that's what you do, that's what you do, right? So hopefully it works for CW. As Rachel said before, there's not a lot of people that are watching the CW that used to. You know, the program used to thrive. There were UPN before. They used to be a bigger network. The CW's kind of gone downhill. Now you can watch CW for free if you want. If you go on their actual network, you can go on thecwnetwork.com and you can actually watch all their programming for free. You just have to deal with ads, which is fine. That's TV, you know? So that's what's happening more and more, as we talked about the other day about programming. They're integrating all these ads and they're making this happen because they need to make revenue, and they also want to lure in more people because you think about it, when all these other places are charging, like we talked about before, Netflix $15.49 a month, $19.99 for 4K quality product. Well, when people are doing that kind of, charges for content, other networks are trying to find new ways to dance around this and bring in new viewers by not having them pay. And the CW has been doing this for a while. It's been working for them. I don't know if it will continue to work for them. We will see. I just have no idea at this point. But the fact is, they are making a shift toward this reality-based stuff. And it makes sense as we have this pending writer's strike. And the writers are really being adamant about this is going to happen. We're not going to lay down for this. Of course, they're going to try to negotiate ahead of time so it doesn't happen. But the idea is, guys, it could happen. It could really happen. So we'll see what happens with Heather if she does a great job. Her track record says she knows what to do with this job. So hopefully she will be able to handle it. And hopefully it'll help CW stick around because honestly, like I said before, I've liked a lot of their content. I've liked The Flash show. It's had its ups and downs, but I've enjoyed it overall. I never was a big fan of Arrow. I never was a big fan of I tried Stargirl. Like, I've watched it. It's okay. It's not fantastic. Swamp Thing, I said the other day, I love Swamp Thing on there. But that, of course, came from the DC Universe app that they had before. I actually watched it on there before it moved over to the CW. So they've had a lot. I mean, going back, Legends of Tomorrow, which that's done now. That was all right. There've been a lot of great content. But the DC has been changing now, as we talked about yesterday, as we talked about how DC is moving towards this new structure with an actual plan, a game plan. So I think a lot of these programmings are going to end now, and the CW is probably changing because of all this changing of the guard and all this changing of the CW or of the DCU, which has to happen. It has to change because, come on, they can't keep doing the same shit or it's never going to get better. It's just not.